All right, all right. Thank you so much for coming in as early as this, ladies and gentlemen. And good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and everywhere you are. My name is NANONO HARRIET. I'm your leader today. I am a V3. I've been in this business for 1 year and now 4 months. I am very, very happy to be a cryptocurrency trader. And I love it with all my heart, and I do it with a lot of passion. There are people who say, I do this business part-time. For me, I do it full-time, overtime, and over ahead. That's how I am doing this business. I don't know whether I slept. Last night, I didn't sleep. I was just looking at Gala. I was just looking at Gala. It was buying and selling because we had put margin calls. I had put margin calls. To have seen people making money, to have seen people who have been in floating loss for a long time, 2 months, 3 weeks, and they got out of the floating loss, and then they are out, and they are, my God. We have seen the Bitcoin moving within 3 days. It moved from 16,000 to 21,000. Someone who had bought the Bitcoin and then you were holding it from 16,000 to 21,000, someone already made money. Okay. I'm glad to be associated with you. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for keeping with us. I know 2022 was not a very simple year, but at least it was a year for learning. You know, in any business, when you join a business, give yourself a full year. Your first year in that business should be for learning. So many times we want to earn within the first year of starting a business, but that's how non-things are supposed to be. You cannot make a fortune out of something that you don't know. So your first year, always take it to be a year of learning. So 2022 was a year for many of us to learn. I know for us, we came in 2021, but again, we came in August. It was almost the last quarter of the year. And we found when the bull run was ending, 2022, we have seen a bear market. Now I know what when they say it is a bear market, I know what it means. And now, according to all the signs, when I was still a teacher, we could say signs and symptoms. Now, all the signs and symptoms, they are showing that we are going to the bull market. We are going to the bull market, at least for the last 3 days. We have seen it. We have seen it, and that is a good sign, at least for people to have a smile on their faces. Allow me share my screen, and you are going to reserve your questions. I'll give a time for people to ask questions. Today, basically, I want to talk about how to set a trade, how to put in a trade. When a signal is shared on the group, what are you supposed to do? When a signal is shared on the group, what are you supposed to do in order to be with an active trade? All right. Allow me share my screen and share the screen. Share the screen. Okay. I think you are seeing my screen, ladies and gentlemen. And for those ones who are still new, you have joined 2, 3 weeks, a month. Maybe you are some days old in this business with us. There are a lot of Hey, friends, when you join in, please mute yourself. Mute when you join in. Mute yourself, and we move on. Okay. I'm having 28 people. That is a good number. That is a good number. I want to share a screen. I want to share my screen. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me just show you something today that I've seen. I've seen someone making over 400,000, over 400 US dollars in just one day. I've seen it happening today. It was 14th. I saw someone asking, I think this post is not the right one because it was showing 15th. Royal Q, its timing is a Singapore time. It's a Singapore time. In Singapore, in Uganda, when it is 7 p.m. in Singapore, it is midnight. So it is a new day. So when we are here, our day in Royal Q starts at 7 p.m. So we can look at this. Just a look at this. Someone made $427 in just one day. And when you look at when I click on it and then see where did the 400 came from, I can see T-Fuel, 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 YFII, T-Fuel, T-Fuel, Gala, T-Fuel, my God, Gala, T-Fuel, T-Fuel, Gala, T-Fuel, YFII, Gala, Gala, and so on and so on. That's where the 427 came from. And if I can as well go there and see, if I click here, I click on the tray, on the coin, and then I go to the transaction record, and then I see how Gala has been performing. Indeed, Gala, it has been a feast. We have been feasting. If you did not trade Gala, I know you traded another coin, and at least you made some money today. But that is not our main concern today. Our main concern, we want to see if they have shared a signal in the group. What do you have to do? Okay, when you log into your account like this is the interface of the Royal Q application. You have logged into it and you are there. A signal has been shared and you don't know what to do next. This is what we are going to look at. And many times at first, I want everyone to be knowing how much capital that you are having. The money you are having can determine how you are going to set this trade. When we come to quantitative, as I said last time, I was showing the with the list of coins that we are having. For example, if I go to comp like this, if I click on it and I go into it in the trade settings, the Royal Q application has its own default settings. They put some settings there which are default, and then for them, their first buying amount, that is the money you want to go with in the market, it is $15. Then they want a margin call limit 7 times. Someone to buy, the robot buys for someone 7 times, and the default take profit ratio is 1.3%. And then the whole position take profit callback is 0.3, and others and others. When you click there, you will find that those default settings are there. But because we have different capital, we have different amounts of capital. Someone has $100, another one has 150. There is someone who is having $40. Someone is having $30. There is someone who is trading with $80. Someone is having 1,000. There is someone who is having 10,000. There is someone who is having 200,000, and also that one who is having 5,000. So those are different people with different capabilities, people with different weights of their capital. So we cannot use the default settings of the robot according to our capital. So it is always important to be knowing how much money that you are having. The money you are having, distribute it evenly, distribute it accordingly, because this robot, when the instructions that you give it, that's what it is going to do. Now, the default settings are this one, but I always want to, when I know that my capital is $300, for example, let us say my capital is $300. I love to put all my trades in let me first change the mode of my screen. I was saying, when I come to quantitative here, here. It means I am going to a list of our coins. I always want to put all my settings in one strategy. And to do that, if I know that I have maybe $300, let's say I have $300, that is the capital that I am having. It is okay to first have a strategy. It's good to have a strategy. Now, how do you set your personal strategy and you leave the settings of the what? And you leave the settings of the robot. You come to mine. When you come to mine here and you click on it, when you click on it, it is going to give you a number of things. The other time I talked about them. It will show you the professional edition and everything. Now, those ones, I want us to set our own strategy using $300. Now, you are going to come to my strategy settings. When you come to my strategy settings, you are going to click on it. When you click on it, it is going to open. When it opens, it is going to bring for you now for this one, nothing has been set. And then you are going to click on this one, add it now. When you click on add it now, it means you are starting a strategy. You want to create your own strategy. And it is what we are going to put in all our coins. And then we say, I have $300. How am I going to distribute it? Let us first go, and then when I go here and I want a whiteboard, I have $300. Let me leave that one. I want a whiteboard. It is here. I have my $300. Let me use another color. Hope you are following, friends. You let me know when I've gone off. You let me know. I have $300. And if I have $300, now for now, the market has started being good. I would prefer to at least put something reasonable on the first buying amount. And then I want to put my first buying amount, at least let me put $60. Let me put $60 because in the market, when the market is running very fast, you might start a trade and instead of going down to buy margin calls, it just goes up. So let it go with the $60, and if it is to sell at 2%, I make something out of it. Then I am going to make my first call. The drop, I want, let it be 0.3. And I am going to buy for $10. Then the second margin call, again at 0.3%, again $10. The third call, I'm going to again let it drop by 0.3%. I buy for $10. And then the fourth call, again let it drop by 0.3%. I buy for $10. So which means these ones, since they are considered as one position, I have those ones, they are sold all at once. For those ones who are new, what the robot starts to buy with, and what it buys for the first margin call, second margin call, third margin call, and fourth margin call. Those ones, they are sold all together. They are considered as one. They are considered as one position. So those ones, they are going to be sold together. So that's why I have put 60, 10, 10, 10, 10, so that in that one position, I have $100. Then I have remained with the $200. Now, my $200, how am I going to distribute this? How am I going to distribute my $200? I'm going to say, now the margin call drop, for the first 4 margin calls, it was 0.3. Now I'm going to widen the drop in order to make the distance a bit far. And also the other margin calls that I'm going to put, for them, they are sold independently. So 50th call, I'm going to say, let the margin call drop be 1.5%. And then the 60th call, 1.5%. 7th, 1.5%. 8th, 1.5%. And maybe 9th, 1.5%. And now I'm going to distribute my 200 into these 5 margin calls. So which means I will have to put 40 here. I put 40 here. I put 40 here. I put 40 here and 40 there. If I put 40 there, then it means I have 40, 80, 120, 160, and then 200. So it means I'm going to set my strategy when I am having 9 margin calls. I have distributed my money very well. Let me go back to where we are setting the strategy. I want to go with the first buy in amount. We have said, let us go with the 60. I'm going to go with the 60. Just in case it doesn't go down, I go with the 60. And then the margin calls, I want 9. We have put 9. Many times our settings, our signals are at 2%. The other time I explained the whole position take profit call back. That is when the 2% is hit, the robot wants to see, is it still going up? So when it passes the 2% and it keeps on going up, as it is dropping, let it drop not 0.3. When it drops by 0.3%, you have lost a lot of money. That is a big percentage. So let us make it 0.01. Then margin configuration. This is where you give the explanation of how you want the robot to buy. The 9 times that you want it to buy. This is how you are. This is where you give the explanation, or this is where you give the instructions of how you want it to buy it. Okay, we said the margin call, we said let it be by 0.3%. Why am I saying 0.3%? We want the 4 margin calls to be bought very fast. And then let's go to the 50th call, which is a bit independent, and that's where we make the sub sales. And then the 50th margin call, we said, let us put 1.5. 1.5 again. This one is also 1.5. To me, this is what I do, and it is working. I've seen it working, and it is bringing a lot of money. 1.5. And we said the first margin call this way, we are going to say, because our first buying amount is 60, let us see $10 of 60. This is how I get how much I'm going to use, how much I'm going to put. I want 10 of 60. So it is going to be 0.16. 0.16 is $10 because my first buying amount. Yes,
Madam
please.
Teacher, I'm not seeing the screen.
Are you for real?
Yes, we are only seeing this $200.
Oh, sorry. So I stop. Now, can you see? Is it coming?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means you are very, very attentive in the class. I was saying, we have said our first buying amount, it is going to be 60. And now we want to see if I want my first call to be $10, what does it mean? Get $10, divide it by 60, which is your first buying amount. What you get is what you put in the multiple buy in ratio. Because if you have not done it that way, when it buys the first time $60, then you go back and change the what? Go back and change the first buying amount. To me, sometimes people forget, so that's why I calculate it that way. My first buying amount is 60, and the margin calls I want to buy using $10. I just go on my calculator and then I say, okay, I want to use $10 and my first buying amount is 60. Kitegeeza ki? 0.16, that's what it means, 10. And I go back, I put it there, 0.16. And then the fourth call, 0.16. Then the other ones, the 5th call, 6th up to the 9th, we said I want to put $40 so that I distribute my remaining $200. So this one is going to be 0.6. I go back and I put on my 5th call, it is 0.6. 6th, 0.6, meaning $40. Then another one, 0.6, another $40 there, 0.6, 0.6, not 4, 0. Hope you are following, my friends, 0.6. And if I have finished doing that, I confirm. I have given the description of the 9 margin calls and how I want the robot to buy them, at what percentage, and how much it is supposed to take. Then my buying call back, when it has sold, when it is buying back again, is it going to wait until when it drops by 0.5%? No, it is too big. Let us reduce to around 0.2. Or even I can make it 0.1. Tetwagala kuisaawo budde bulungi nnyo in order to buy. Now, here in the distributed and take profit allocation, the 5th margin calls, 6th, 7th, up to the 9th, or up to 100, according to your capital. I prefer let it be sold at 1.3, meaning when it drops down, it buys. A small comeback, a small rise of 1.3, netunda your margin call. Netunda your margin call. Like how I have shown you, the other person who has made $400 today. The margin calls were, dollar could drop. It could drop by 1.5 or 1.7, it buys. It goes up by 1.3, it sells that margin call. So it was buying and selling only 2 or 3 margin calls. So it was playing there. It goes down, it buys the 3 margin calls. It comes back a little bit, it sells the 3 margin calls. It goes down like that. And it has made a lot of money today. So 1.3, let it be there, because we realized that these coins, when they are dropping, mostly they drop by 1.5%. They rise by 1.3. They go down by 1.5%, then they rise by 1.3. So in the margin calls, then the sub position take profit, when it has sold a margin call, tulindeko banga ki okuddamu okugula. Let it be by 0.1%. We don't want to make the gap so big. And then we are not yet trading in cycle. We shall be telling you when the market yongera okuterera, we shall be letting you know that now it is time to trade in cycle. Cycle means that as it sells, immediately it buys. As it sells, immediately it buys. As it sells, immediately it buys. So it will not be waiting for a certain call drop percentage. It buys immediately. So it keeps on as you hear the word cycle. So for now, we are still using one shot. And after you have put in your settings, you come up here and save. I think we have seen where we save from. It is here. It is here. Save. Save. When you save, it means you have your settings, they are in. Now they are there. Now, after doing that, you have put your strategy there. Come back to your quantitative. When you come to quantitative here, I want you to come to the word batch setting. When you click on the word batch setting, it is going to bring for you these things. It is going to bring trade settings. It is going to bring sell. It is going to bring pause. It is going to bring start. It is going also to bring this all. Now, the others, don't look at them. I want you to focus on all. You want to put all your coins in one setting such that when a signal is shared on the group, you don't take too much time to change. You don't take too much time changing the settings. So you'll be changing maybe one or two things, and the thread doesn't leave you. So I'm going to click on all. I'm going to click on all. So when I click on all, it means I have selected all the coins, all my coins in the general list. I want to put in one setting. But because now I have some trades which are running, for these ones, I'm going to exclude them because for them, I am already trading them. Allow me to exclude them. I have excluded the YFII, and now the rest. I'm going to go after I have chosen all of them. After choosing all of them, I'm going to go to trade setting. When I go to trade setting, I'm going to click there. When I click trade setting, now what it is going to bring, it is going to bring the default settings of the robot. I will move down and I come down here. I'll move down here, no, down this way in order to get to click on this, choose setting strategy. So if when I choose, it means it is going to take me to the other setting that we made. It has taken me this way. So what am I going to do? I'm going to click anywhere on one or on the setting that I made, and it is going to come. When it comes, I don't need to do anything. I just have to save. I click above here and I save. When I do that, it means all my coins have one similar settings, depending on my capital. All my coins are having the same settings depending on my capital. So the setting that I have put it is for $300. So after doing that in the general list, go to the professional list. Again, do the same. Go to the general list. Again, do the same. The batch setting is there, still there. Click all. After clicking all, exclude. I'm going to exclude these ones because I'm already trading them. So the rest, I'm going to give them that setting. After you have chosen all your coins, click trade setting. When you click trade setting, remember I said, I said you click down here. Down here, there is something that I want us to choose a strategy setting. Then go here and click anywhere. Save, just save because you put the settings. And it means all your coins in your professional list are all having the same setting. After doing that, you can click back on the word batch setting and you go and check. All my coins are now in one. They are all in one setting. They are all in one shot. When it is time for cycle, we shall do that. Let me click at random and then we see. the trade setting. Are they the ones? Yes, 69, and so on and so forth. And you are done. After you are done with that, then just sit back, relax, and wait for a signal. Now, when a signal is shared in the group, what are you supposed to do? Let us look for a signal in the group. Hope we are following. Someone unmute yourself and let me know if we are following and whether it is helpful what we are doing.
Yes, Madam Harriet, we are following.
Okay, I'm looking for a signal. I'm looking for a signal in the group. When I get one, I want us to use a signal, and then we see a signal has been shared. Oh my God, I'm not seeing the signal. Signal, where are you? Let me go to Game Changers too. That one is having things nearer. Okay. Okay, let us check this one. They have said buy comp. Buy comp, I think we can see this signal. Buy comp. We are seeing this signal. It is saying buy comp. They are saying a price 52.35, take 3%, margin call drop, that is 1.5, and that's all. Now, if you put all your settings in your coins, when they have posted a signal, just to run, go to quantitative, as simple as that. Go to quantitative, the signal has been shared and you want to trade it, just go to quantitative and then go here, put in the coin that have what they have said, put the name comp. If you don't see it in the professional list, go to the generalist and then put their comp. It is here. The moment you see it, don't even just, because you put all your settings, all your coins have one setting. Just go to trade setting. When you go to trade setting, look at only two things. When we go to the trade setting, look at only two things. What are those two things? The whole position take profit ratio, and I think that's all. Because our money, our capital is $300, and then we want to buy 9 times, and then our take profit, we click in the signal, we check. Our take profit, they have said 3%. I go back to my, and I change. I click above here where there is edit. You have to edit because you saved them. Now you have to edit. And then I click edit. After clicking edit, I just come here and I change. You change only a few things, just the whole position take profit. After changing it, you save. After saving it, the next thing you are going to look at is the price. This is where the problem comes from. This is where the problem comes from. The current price and the price. The current price and the price in the signal. That's where the problem comes from. Now, always compare these two. When a signal is shared, compare the price in the signal and the current price. Now, when I look at my Royal Q, the current price is 52.92. Oh, someone, we need to mute someone. Let me mute someone here. Let me mute someone. Okay. The current price is 52.92, whereas the price in the signal is 52.35. What does that show us? That one tells us that the current price is higher than the price in the signal. The current price is higher than the price in the signal. Now, in that instance, when the current price is higher than the signal, than the price in the signal, before you start the trade, click in first preset buy in price. First preset buy in price. And then you put in this price, which is in the signal 52.35. 52.35. And after doing that, you save. After saving, now you look at these two things, friends. Let us look at them very well. Where has it gone? Comp, where have you gone? Okay. I want us to look at these two things. Look at the current price and the preset price that we have put. We are putting in a pending order. Why? We want the robot, we are telling the robot that the price for now is higher. Wait for it to come down and you buy for me. Why are you putting a preset price? Because if you buy at the current price, you may miss the trade. The trade may go against you, yet the person who might have sent, the person who posts a signal has made an analysis that if this trade is bought at 52.35, as it moves 3%, it will sell. Now, if you buy it at 52.81, it means for you have bought it expensively, which means the trade might not reach there. So yet someone who will buy it at 52.35, by the time it is reaching 52.80, it is selling. Now for you, your trade is just starting. So that is the use of presetting. Always check the current price and the price in the signal. If the current price is higher than the signal than the price in the signal, do the preset. And after presetting, what are you supposed to do? Then you click start. When you click to start, it means you have told the robot, please, I'm putting in a pending order. When the trade moves from, when this coin moves from 52.78 and then it comes to 52.35, buy for me. And also, if you have put margin calls which are more than 4, always leave your strategy mode. This one, the strategy mode, let it be always in sub-bin real-time settlement. I'm going to click on it and then we see what it shows. Always put it in the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. What does that mean? We want the margin calls 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 10th for them to be sold independently. When you leave it in whole warehouse, it means even if it buys 1,000 margin calls, it will wait and it will sell all of them at once. It will wait for the trade to move maybe by 3% that you put as take profit for the whole of the 1,000 margin calls, then it will sell. But when you put sub-bin real-time settlement, from the 5th and others, they will be sold independently. 18th margin call can be sold alone, 19th alone, 17th alone, 5th alone. Then there are only 4 and the first buying amount that are sold as a whole. Hoping I have done something. Hoping that I have done something. After you have started your trade, you can go to your home page and then you look for it. You will always find it there. When you find a trade and you put in the trade and it is still in green, when it is still in green, it means it has not yet been bought. It has not yet been bought, so it means it is a pending order. It is an order in waiting. The robot is waiting for the price to move from up to come down, and then it buys for you. The moment it buys for you, that trade will either be in red. When it is in red, it means it is still in losses. It has not yet crossed to positives. When it becomes blue, then it means it is in profits. So when you trade with margin calls, Never and never trade without margin calls. Why? Because we want these trades sometimes, many times, not only sometimes, many times, you put a trade and instead of going up, it first goes down by like 3% and then it comes up. So if you had put all your capital in only the first buying amount, when it goes down by the 3%, you have not bought cheaply, and then it means you are going to stay in the market for a long time waiting for it to move from that negative 3% down to come back to find you where it left you, and then you sell. With margin calls, even if the trade is in floating loss, it is in red. When you are having margin calls, the margin calls, it means for them, they can be sold from there. I can show you an example. Let me go to the news feed of this. I'm going to go to the news feed for this account, and then we see. In the news feed, the other day I said in the order messages, we are always having two kinds of messages, sell and buy. We can see. I'm seeing there is a sell in Gala, a buy in T-Fuel, sell in YFII. I'm seeing some sales and then some buys, some sales and buys. But how can they be? How can we have sales when we are in red? Yes, we are in red. The first buying amount, the 4 margin calls, maybe the 5th, the 60th margin call, they are the ones which are in floating loss, but the 17th, the 18th is not in floating, it's not in floating, it's not in negatives, it is in positives. When we look at this trade, the YFII, it is having, so far it has bought 7 margin calls. Someone was asking me, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning? Let me also explain them again, and then we ask questions. The position amount, that is the amount of money you are having in that trade. So in this trade so far, YFII has $2,541. Then when we look at position quantity, that is the YFII, this person has bought, the robot has bought for the 2,500. So the $2,541 have bought 1.7252 YFII. Why? Because it was bought at an average price of 1,473. That is the time. By the time the YFII was bought, the first buying amount, it was bought at 1,473. But for now, the current price is 1,415. This robot has so far bought 80 times. That is the number of margin calls, leaving alone the first buying amount. The first buying amount, it is different. Then 8 margin calls have been bought. And for now, it has gone down by negative 3.78%. So that's why it is in floating loss, because it did not go up to positives, but it has first gone down to negatives. Are we there? Hoping that we have understood that one there. And then also another thing I want us to look at, always when the robot has made a sale, it has bought and so on, and you want to know the details of the trades and the sales that it has made, you click there. In that corner there, it tells you what it has done, transaction record. When you click on the transaction record, it is going to give you the details of the sales and the buys that it has done. The last buy, when you click on it, it is going to give you the details of that buy. The details of that buy can be shared. When you look at it, when I look at it, there is the average price that it bought at, the order time, the order number, the open position amount, it was the market price, it bought at market price, status, filled, it means it was done, and then the quantity, and then how much money it used to buy that. So if you want to see a sub-sale, that is, when you see a sub-sale, it means that is a sale which was done, which was got from a margin call. If it is the whole position, that one, the first buying amount, the first call and up to the fourth call, that one is not a sub-sale, it is a sale. So if you look at a sub-sale, it will give you the details of that sub-sale, and then it will show you. It gives details. I love this thing. It gives details. This is, you have made a profit of 2.59. It was sold at 0.86%. And then the order time, how much, and then which margin call was that. It even tells you which margin call was that. It was the 8th margin call. After it was sold, then it bought again, because we have seen there are 8 margin calls still in. It will always keep on showing you. I love this robot. It gives all the details, Look at this one. Look at this one. If I click on it, I want to look at this sub-sale. And it has told me it sold 3.8%. That is the profit that it made. It sold at 1.27%. And then it can as well give all the details. The margin call was the 9th margin call. Even if it is buys, it will give you the details. It will give you the details. This robot is super, super powerful. Super, super powerful. You don't need someone to audit your books in this business. The robot does the auditing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm repeating the second time. If there is a trade which has been shared, I want to remove this, because I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to trade it, but it was for learning purposes. Okay, we are going back again the last time. Where is our game changers? The signal has been shared. Choo, very fast. Go to your trade, go to your royal queue, click quantitative, type in the what? Type in the coin, and then click on it. The settings, you put them already. One thing, you go to trade settings, change the whole position take profit, edit, change the take profit. If they said 2.5, put 2.5. If they said 5, put 5. If they said 10, you put 10. It depends on what they will have said and in the signal, and then do that. After doing that, then save. After saving, before you start, compare the current price and the price in the signal. Now the current price is 52.64. And then when we check, our preset price in the signal is 52.35. It means this one is higher. The current price is higher than preset. Go to first preset buying price, get the signal price, 52.35. Put it there. 52.35, confirm, and then start the trade. It is a pending order. When the trade comes down, it will buy. Now, if I find that the current price is lower than the price in the signal, just start the trade. Just start right away. Don't even look. It means you are so early for the signal. It means even you will even get out of the market before even others get out, because for you, you will have entered a little bit earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I had to share with you today. And a new day has already started. And if I check, this one has already made $92. Someone has already made $92. Gala, YFII, YFII, YFII. I know this night we are going to feast on YFII. YFII, YFII, YFII. This account is I think 3 weeks old. Yes, it is 3 weeks old. And someone has already made 3.8 million in just 3 weeks. This business is for real. Allow me end here, and I am going now to answer your questions. In case you have a question, you can ask, and I'm going to answer them.
Oh, Madam Harriet.
Yes, please.
Thank you for teaching. But for me, I have only one question.
Yes, please.
I'm going to ask in Uganda.
Please ask, what's your name, please?
Muja Brenda.
Okay, Muja Brenda, please ask.
Kati wali wotugambidde nsettingamu cap the first buying amount wemba nina 610 and settingamu naye mba nyagala sometimes mba nyagalako